Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lemuria back on I Am Reminiscent. Coming to you with a Jupiter transit video. We left off on Leo. So I'm trying to get as many done as I can today. I'm feeling a lot better nowadays. So shout out to the universe. Shout out to my guardian angel. Shout out to my ascended ancestors and all my ancestors that protect me, guide me, in which the way I should be walking. Okay, so thank you so much for being here and being present. If you're new or returning, definitely big welcome. Please be sure to like and share. Please also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can know when a video has been uploaded. Should this video message resonate for you, for anywhere you have Leo in your chart, be sure to leave a comment below, okay, sharing how this video has resonated for you, okay? All positive vibes, all right? So we're going to start with using the oracle already. So we're going to do a 12-month spread into next year when Jupiter transits into Gemini, okay? So we're going to start with July since it's already June and go each month moving forward. I'm doing a spread using this deck. Also, this is for anywhere you have Leo, and this is for the Jupiter and Taurus transit, okay? Anywhere you have Leo, okay? And this is a square energy, so there's going to be some type of internal conflict going on between the Taurus and Jupiter as well as Uranus transit in connection with Leo energy, okay? And squares just mean that this is an intense growth period from inside out, okay? So there could be things in your outside environment that's kind of frustrating to you, that's forcing you to expand and grow, and the only way it's going to happen is from taking a look within, deep within, to figure out, you know, what is it from your outside environment that's kind of triggering you on the inside, because whatever is being triggered on the inside to make you think or feel a certain type of way about yourself, usually in regards to something not being enough or something being too much, trying to find that balance there, that's where you want to start, okay, doing the search, doing the shadow work and things of that nature. So starting out, we're going to hit July, right? We got Moon and Sagittarius optimism, okay? So that's a pretty good start to start out the year, or this yearly spread, with optimism. And the Moon in Sagittarius is a placement that is very like on a soul level. You just want to explore and keep your options open, keep your mind open, keep your heart especially open to the possibilities that could actually happen, okay? That's what may be challenging you the most, is when you are hitting roadblocks or feeling the most frustrated, trying to move forward, still knowing that you have more than enough of what you need, and to still keep your heart open for more, okay? So August, we have Saturn, Gemini concentration, okay? So I can definitely see this as, you know, again, keeping your space open and then finding something that honestly kind of matches the vibration where you are, and using your energy to concentrate on that growing or that shift that's taking place. This could have a lot of communication coming in. I could also see this as not really sharing too much about, you know, what you're doing. If you're a Sun Leo, this has a lot to do with your birthday, probably. Wanting to take time away, wanting to get away from other people, being tight-lipped about what plans you have for your birthday. Probably want to spend it alone or only with someone or a couple people who you're really, really close to, okay? You don't want to be all in everybody's face or have everybody in your face. You might need a little space this year moving forward. And Venus is retrograde in Leo, all Leo season, starting at the beginning of Leo season. So you may definitely want to feel like you have more beauty, peace, and respect when you're out or not trying to be in the limelight so much. So that can definitely have an effect on, you know, your spending and how much you want to share with people. Okay, so looking at September, we have Coral, Mars, and Cancer again. All right, I could definitely see this as being very tight-lipped about a project that you're not wanting to share with people or share with a certain person. I could definitely see, and this is related to family. I know Cancer had this card come out as well. So you could definitely, September, maybe having some conflicts or issues when it comes around to your family, or watching people in your family have conflict about how they're going to move forward. Okay, but I definitely feel like this is not involving you. You just might be the person observing what's going on. They may want you to partake or have an opinion or stand on one side or the other, but I think it's best that you stand neutral in the situation. Don't try to take one side or the other, because you may be surprised on both sides actually what actually comes out information wise that you were not privy to. Let's look at October. Yeah, we have Scorpio moon power. Okay, yeah, so it's very important that you know, stay focused on what it is that you need to be doing for your own personal goals, your own personal life, especially Leo rising. This is a very auspicious time for us, especially with the Jupiter Taurus crossing over the MC. Okay, so this could be a lot of different opportunities that is opening up for you regarding your career fields. And if you're too busy arguing or fighting with people, you're going to miss out on an opportunity of maybe even a lifetime, or a way for you to really power up your monies. Okay, so it's best that you stay clearly focused on what's more important to you, because there's an important investment that could be happening at this time, an important engagement that could be taking place at this time, and you do not want to be distracted by what other people have going on. I definitely see this as a time to Mercury retrograde. You could be deeply introspective about what you want to do with your money moving forward, and you don't want to squander your money like you may have did in the past. I do see the previous month, now that I'm looking at that came up too, with both of these being water signs. Your family may be calling on you to give more money or wanting you to pitch in financially, and funds may be very tight for you. Don't get into an argument with nobody regarding money, okay? Just continue again to stay focused on what's most important to you. Things will work themselves out, even if you don't actually have the funds at this time to give more to your family. There is going to be something that'll balance out eventually. Just right now, you are admonished just to stay focused on the path in front of you, because there's opportunities for you to take courses or to, you know, dive deep into studying something that you've always wanted to learn or do that's actually going to benefit you further in the future, and not just right this minute. And if you invest in someone else's future and not your own, it can actually lead to a detriment. You'll lose some type of power in your life by doing that. So be very aware of what you do with your money this fall. Okay, so we got July, August, September, October, November. We have Mars, Capricorn. Okay, so now we're on the opposite side of this thing. Okay, and the word here is authority. Okay, and this is a perfect 10 here in November. All right, so something is coming to completion. There's some type of, you know, answer that's going to be stated or said regarding probably money, especially if it's familiar money, like you got Scorpio and Cancer here in Capricorn, so it could be money regarding, you know, alimony, child support, taxes, okay, things of that nature, something that has to do with the law here, or the government, I should say. The government may have an answer for you regarding a case, a legal case that has to do with money. You could definitely be taking more of a structured approach moving forward in regards to your money. Had you saved and not squandered your money, you will actually be in a very boss position come November, where you can start making a lot of high-end executive decisions that maybe you weren't able to make before, because you chose to stick to the plan that you had for yourself and not deviate from that plan based on someone else maybe trying to argue with you or trying to emotionally manipulate you out of your position. Okay, so December we have Aries, Sun in Aries, assertion. Okay, so I could definitely see this as, you know, again, this is 10 is a 1, breaks down to a 1, then we have another one following right up after that. So yeah, something is coming to an end. There's something being completed. Now you can finally do something that you've been wanting to do, that you may have been open starting out in July about executing and staying focused on that. So now come December, right? This is November, December, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yes, December, there's a time for you to act on something, or there may be time for you to kind of assert the authority that you've acquired in November. You may have to, you know, tell people to back off or give you your space. You may want to be in the middle of forging a new path for yourself. And there are going to be some obstacles that come up and you can't back down. You have to continue to move forward and assert whatever it is that you need to speak on or say. Be upfront, okay? Aries energy is about being very direct, okay? Getting straight to the point, okay? And you may appreciate people who communicate like that with you in return, because you get a lot more done versus someone who's kind of indecisive, don't know what they want to do, beating around the bush. You don't have time for that type of energy come December. You're trying to get something handled and done. So come January, we have Mars in Virgo, criticism. We got a lot of Martian energy here. Again, I did say this is an internal conflict type of square with Taurus and Leo. So come January, there may be some details that you may be needing to revisit and tidy, things you need to tidy up, things that you may be noticing that you didn't notice before, okay? And nothing's wrong with that. Criticism is not bad, okay? It just means that you're receiving feedback either from your divine messengers or even in just your reality, where you're able to, you know, see things in the 3D. You're starting to see how something is falling apart, or how you can actually put things together because you've already seen them fall apart before. So your critical eye is of great use at this time, okay? And it's very important that if someone else, as far as your environment is concerned, if you're getting the same types of feedback or the same types of criticism coming from different areas, from different people, especially when they're not even connected with each other, if you keep getting the same feedback, you should probably listen and pay attention to it, no matter how difficult it may be. I know sometimes for a Leo energy or fixed sign in particular, it'd be kind of hard to accept criticism that you may have been wrong, or you're wrong about something and it needs to be fixed or corrected. The ego can kind of get in the way of that, okay? And this Taurus Leo square can kind of, you know, and Virgo should be in, Venus should be in Libra about this time, or Scorpio. So there could be something really very important, something of extreme importance that requires your critical eye, that you want to make sure is to damn near perfection, because that's what Virgo is all about. I know perfection is an illusion, but you want to make sure the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. You want to make sure you go over whatever plan you have over and over and over again, especially if this is a project that you're popping off with, or you have a plan to move, or you have a plan to, you know, make a big purchase during this time, or you've already been going over, you know, the details of what this purchase is going to be, and now you're just, you know, tying up loose ends. Look over the contract or the agreement that you're making. It's going to be very critical that you have everything set up the way that you want to, so it can be easier for you moving forward rather than more difficult, okay? With the assertion coming right before the criticism, you want to exert your energy in getting things done, and then, you know, go ahead and, you know, cut off the excess energy, people, time, whatever. Don't waste it, okay? Transform it into something useful. Use your magic, okay? And this is November, December, January. So February, we have Moon Libra, companionship, okay? So there's definitely a coming together after there's some type of criticism going forward. I can also see December as someone's kind of stepping up to the plate, wanting to do something or approach you now that they have, you know, the goal or the boss or the audacity of all things to come to you and tell you about yourself. And, you know, there's some type of peace being made between these two parties here with the handshake. I can definitely see you with the moon in Libra, you know, choosing to make a decision about, you know, who's actually going to be the one in your corner, who's not really for you or in your corner at this time. And what else is it that I'm getting here? I do see like a relationship getting a bit more serious than it was before. Like maybe if you were just in a dating stage, you're now in the stage where you want to call each other boyfriend, girlfriend. Or if you've been boyfriend, girlfriend stage, now you're at a point where you want to move in together, or you want to take it to some type of next level. Okay? After all the criticism that you was receiving the previous month, I feel like there is someone or something that's outside the club that just can't get in, and then the energy that they carry or they have towards you and probably this other person is being attacked, which is why it's very important for you to be critical about the relationships that you foster. Because I do see something getting a bit more close, more intimate, more, something is being materialized. I want to say something is being more materialized when it comes to relationships. You're getting more comfortable or cozy with someone, or someone's trying to do that with you. But either way, I do see something being finally gelled together that took a long time to, you know, get to this point. And it's very sacred. Okay, and February is your opposing energy, Aquarius energy, kind of into the Pisces 6th, 7th, 8th house energy from the Leo energy. So this definitely has to do with companionship. It definitely has to do with, you know, who's invested in you. Okay. Interesting. March, I have another Libra energy, Mars, Libra choice. Okay. Yeah. And maybe it's time to, I could definitely see, yeah, I definitely see this as something becoming more and more serious. Like a relationship is becoming more serious than you probably thought it would ever be. I feel like there's some type of shock here. Like you wasn't expecting this. This person in the picture is blindfolded. You weren't expecting this, but they were planning this the whole time. They knew what they were doing the whole time. You just didn't know that they had these plans in the back of their head about what they wanted to do with you. You just didn't know. You were just kind of going with the flow. Okay, April. We have Moon, Taurus, Exaltation. Okay. So definitely starting off Taurus season or spring, going into mid-spring. This is going to be towards the end of the Jupiter-Taurus transit. Okay. So I definitely feel like there's something to celebrate, something to be happy about. It's good energy moving from January forward, honestly. There's a bit of a struggle going into the fall, but we do know that's the time, you know, where things become the darkest, especially in the northern hemisphere. But during that zodiological time, a lot of things get exposed, a lot of secrets come out, and you need to be on guard. But however, going through whatever shift this is actually makes your life a lot easier and better for you. Okay? Because you kind of get to a point where you just stop accepting bullshit from people and start to live your life according to your own standards, because no one has authority over your life. And maybe that's the only thing you needed to realize, especially come November, is that no one has authority over you but you. And taking that to the most deepest level inside of you that you possibly can allows you to be more assertive and critical about your life, especially when it comes to your relationships. Okay, so May is when the transit ends. We have Mars and Pisces, Escape. Okay, so this card here in May is showing kind of like a wrapping up of an energy where you're kind of at peace. You probably have a lot of proverbs to share with a lot of people about everything that you've gone through in the last about year or so. How it was very difficult and challenging, and people were challenging your authority as well. People were challenging you to kind of like trying to force you or try to make it seem like you're not as strong as you may think you are, or you're not as brilliant or as big as you may think you are. Like people were really trying to knock you off your pedestal during this transit, especially in the fall months. And you really had to learn how to navigate that internal conflict by looking on the inside and not paying attention so much to what other people had to say. So come May, it's kind of like, well, You're kind of happy that you got yourself out of a situation that you could have been stuck in if you had not chose to be more optimistic about where your life is going to take you. Because there is a connection that I feel in this spread that was trying to have a hold on you in some type of way. They may have tried to perform some type of magic to get you to hold back, okay? Especially with this Power card. They may have been frustrated with you and chose to try to perform some magic, and it may not have been them trying to do an actual ritual with the moon or anything like that. It could just be them saying certain things about you behind your back, them having, you know, negative thoughts they were aiming towards you intentionally, because they wanted you to, they know how sensitive you are, empathic you are, so they send negative information or negative vibration towards you because they know you're going to feel it, they know you're going to sense it, to try to bring you down. And you may have received that information within a dream, or you will receive information like this in a dream, but this only proves how strong you actually are. They're only proving what you already knew that you were. And for someone to try to take you off your throne and, you know, make you feel worse than what you already do, it only shows how low they actually are, you know? So you can see through the signs and symbolism as they come towards you, and you can direct that energy back with love, grace, and ease. Okay, no harm done to me. All right, that's how you can handle the situation, so you maintain your balance, and then whoever or whatever was on the other side of that watching you take this energy on and champion through it, they're the ones that's going to still be there at the end of the day. They're the ones that's going to still have your support, because maybe that's what the whole issue was, is that someone else was there to support you when other people that you assume, especially if you assume family will be there, they're not there. So now you have to create a whole new type of family. You got to be the authority person of your life. You can't give that over to anyone else. I do see this also as you having a business idea or an investment idea, and you're trying to find the right home or the right place where you can put that investment. So it is important for you to be extremely critical. It is important for you to use your power and your authority to be asserted in the correct position. So when you move forward and make a business decision or a business deal with this person, they'll already have the necessary funding, information, background, whatever you need to make you feel more comfortable moving forward with the investment that you're making with them, but, you know, for yourself and for who's to come after you, okay, when everything's all said and done. So in June, we have Venus Virgo discrimination. Okay, by this time, Jupiter will have been moved into Gemini, which will be a sextile to the Leo energy. So when it comes to, I want to say, being on your rich bitch behavior, you will be on that, okay? You'll feel elevated. You will feel nurtured. You're going to be the nurturer. You'll be nurtured, okay? You'll see your wisdom paying off, and you'll be wanting to, you know, share this with the people who are the closest to you. You'll be looking to share what you learn with your children. You'll be more bountiful, okay, because you chose to stay optimistic going into the situation. So if there is something that you've kind of been putting off, slacking on, give yourself a chance for the next year during this Jupiter Taurus transit to really zero in and narrow your focus down to the thing that you wanted to do the most, whether it's to travel, to go harder on your business ideas and plans, to just create something, to create a space for yourself that allows you just to unpack and unfold the things that you've been holding back or holding within. You've been putting something off that you need to be more optimistic about it actually going very well and smoothly for you should you just start. And it's not up to you to broadcast this information. It's only up to you to get it done. And that is going to require you to isolate some people from your space. It is going to require you to know what your true power is, how to take possession of that, and insert it moving forward into your life. So when there is criticism, or when you have to be critical of what you're seeing, it's just because you have that criticism doesn't mean that there's something wrong or bad. It just means that things can be changed for the better. And that's how you find genuine companionship with yourself in the divine moving forward. You'll know that you made the right choice, okay? You'll see that bloom and blossom with the exaltation here, okay? And then the escape is not so much as trying to get out of things or, you know, wiggle your way out of the loophole, but at the same time, in essence, you end up ascending yourself into a level of wisdom and knowledge that you would not have ever had should you not have chose to remain focused. Okay? And that's why you allow this discrimination or to be extremely discerning with your energy now more than ever than you were before. So you don't have to repeat the same processes again. And I think that's the whole point, is that you get to evolve your own set standards, your own resources, your own worth. You're the one that's taking control and establishing that moving forward. So you get to have your pick and choose of the meal, not it being the other way around. And anywhere area in your life where you feel like you don't have power and control over your resources or how you want to use your resources, that is where you need to work on yourself to figure out, why are you giving your power away? All right. And that's the message I have for you. On the bottom, we have Saturn, Scorpio inheritance. So there definitely could be, you know, a death or some type of somebody passing away. With inheritance, there is something that's being received, because with Scorpio, you don't really gain unless there's pain. Okay? So whatever pain that you acquired during this transformation is going to serve you for your higher good. Okay, we have the exaltation here, and the moon in Taurus is an exaltated placement for the moon. Okay, so you're going to be highly nurtured. You're going to be highly responsible with your time and energy. You're not going to sit and, you know, frivolously, you know, give it away. You're going to be way more conscious with your spirituality. Okay, so that's the message I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.